Shalom, my name is Todd Bennett, and I'm here at the Serpent Mound in Ohio. And this is just one example of many effigy mounts located throughout the United States. Ohio particularly has a large amount of them, and it speaks to a more ancient civilization. In this case, we have a large serpent, which interestingly, you can really only see from up above, and it reminds me of the Nazca lines in South America. It speaks of an ancient culture, somebody beyond our historical records. And it's interesting that this country was known as America, the land of the plumed serpent. So this region historically was known for dragons and serpents. And so I believe it hails back to the days of the Nephilim, the ancient times when the reptilian beings actually ruled the world, and all flesh was corrupted, as was described in Genesis 6, and that resulted in the flood. So whether it hails back that far or simply 3,000 years, we don't know for sure at this point, but we definitely have a history that you won't find in your school textbooks in America. In fact, it's well known that the Smithsonian Institute has been hiding any relics, any giant bones, any type of structures that might contradict the whole concept of manifest destiny. Essentially, what many people did was try to wipe out the ancient past that we can discover in this country, and essentially say it was just savages and Indians lived here before the white Americans exercise their manifest destiny to come and dominate this country. But that's not so. Number one, the Indian cultures were quite civilized and quite advanced, and as with any culture or any group of people, you had your good and your bad. But the interesting part is that there was ancient cultures before the Native Americans that we know in our popular history. It goes way beyond, much farther, but it's been suppressed and hidden. And this is just one of those examples poking up through the earth. It's called an earthwork, and so we can see evidences of these ancient cultures in instances like the Serpent Mound in Ohio. I'm standing at what is the nose or the tip of what they call a serpent, but honestly, this is something that's better looked at from the sky. And when you look at it from above, it's very interesting because it almost looks like a sperm or spermazoa, and not necessarily a snake. So the question is there some knowledge, ancient knowledge here about DNA that the ancients knew about before our time? So these are things that we speculate about when we look at ancient cultures. How advanced were they? How far back does this Serpent Mound trace back to? What culture was here? Again, we've had our American history whitewashed based upon the doctrine of manifest destiny. There were very ancient cultures and ancient people that lived all across North America, known as the land of the plumed serpent. So this area was connected with dragons, with serpents, and we don't know how far back that went, whether it was pre-flood, post-flood, or even 1,000 or 2,000 years ago. We just don't know. They have not been able to solidify the history here, but it makes us wonder and makes us speculate about our ancient histories here on this planet.